My opinion about this has changed a lot and I have some serious regrets. So in this video, I want to give you all the insight about where to best grow a free or paid community online for your course, coaching, or membership business. And we'll specifically compare Skool, which is a place where you can grow communities for $99 a month per community, and Facebook groups where you can grow communities for free. And in this video, I'll break down everything I've learned about managing communities, paid communities on both sides of the spectrum. And I'll not hold anything back. I'll give you my honest opinion and all the things that I wish I knew earlier. Before we dive in, quickly, why would you care listening to me? My name is Evelyn Weiss. I have been building low-ticket online coaching memberships since 2020. Currently have over 11,000 members, paying monthly members, together with my business partner, Jessa Bellman, over 20,000 paying monthly members, and they are distributed across Facebook groups and our new community on Skool. And we participated in the first ever Skool games in February this year. We created a brand new membership and Skool community for the purpose of competing. And within just 1 month, we were able to grow this community to $81,000 in monthly recurring revenue, new monthly recurring revenue. This is the community, now has over 3,000 members. And this is for comparison, this is my biggest paid Facebook group community with over 6,400 members. And so in this video, I want to break down the difference between both, right? And my honest recommendation after now 2 months of using Skool compared to Facebook groups. Okay, so before we dive in, I quickly want to give you some background information. So when we decided to compete in the Skool games, it was very much coming from a place of Alex Ramosi just bought into this. This will get a lot of attention. It could be a really good opportunity for us to eventually de-risk our business and not be as dependent as we were on Facebook ads and Facebook groups anymore. So it was an opportunity for us to expose ourselves to a new audience and to potentially just add a second leg to our business outside of the metaverse, right? So that was one motivation for participating. The other motivation for participating was that I have a flagship program, my $777 for the year, that is around starting and growing your own online coaching membership. And so far, I've helped over 1,500 students in this program. And I personally want to very much position myself further as a membership expert for coaches and personal development enthusiasts who want to monetize their personal growth journey. So for me, it was a way to say, in a publicly documented format, I want to show how Jessa and I use the methodologies and strategies that I teach in Coaching Mini Membership Method to create a membership from scratch and grow it as much as we can within a month. So it was very much driven by we want to secure our business for the future. I have the desire to break out of my box positioning as coach, which, the Coach Growth Hub is my mini membership. Is this my biggest container, and so I feel like it kind of cornered me a little bit into this into the coach area of my personal brand. And eventually I wanted to use this also as an opportunity to reposition. Plus, I just knew if Alex Ramosi invests in this will get a lot of attention and we will receive a lot of questions from our members. And I just want to be really prepared to give them solid advice moving forward. I was like, okay, now this is definitely something we need to have on the radar and we need to be experienced in. So let's get out there and let's get the experience. But I was very much under the assumption that we will still not move everything over and Facebook groups will still be our go-to and still be our recommendation for most people. Right, so we entered the Skool games. We started to play the games. We started to participate. We started to build up the community. And in the beginning, I was like, yeah, this is similar to Facebook groups, right? So I don't really see why we're paying $99 a month. I mean, it's cleaner. That's nice. I like the Skool community. That's nice. I like the vibe of the games. That's nice. But would I recommend somebody to pay $99 a month to have their community here because they still need a funnel builder potentially, right? And all of those things. So probably not. Then, as you know, I was playing the game and it was filling up. I still was so focused on the game that I started, to answer some questions and carve out some differences, but it didn't really land with me what the difference was, right? So I could anticipate it. I was like, yeah, the, you know, maybe Skool is cleaner, maybe my posts reach more people, but I still didn't really see the key advantages of it. And then after the games was this month of starting to really serve the members and be present in the memberships, and especially being present in both communities again. And this is where the real differences in the everyday serving started to emerge for me. So before I dive in, I quickly want to let you know why Facebook groups, right? So my Facebook groups always have been my go-to recommendations for three simple reasons. Number one, it's free to start, right? So a lot of the people that come, especially into Coach Growth Hub, are people who are at the beginning of their business journey, and they don't have a lot of funds for monthly recurring software tool payments. And so it's great for them to have an option to start for free. Second is that Facebook groups have a tremendous networking effect. So almost everyone has a Facebook profile, and Facebook keeps hooking people back into your community. Over the years, I've seen a lot of people moving their community away from Facebook just to eventually move it back, right? And when I say away, I mean they moved it to places like Discord, Patreon, Slack, Mighty Network, Heartbeat. And, eventually almost everybody was coming back with their communities. And the reason why they came back was because they said our engagement was so done, like it was so dropping below existence, and people were starting to canceling and not showing up anymore, so the community was slowly dying. Then they put it back on Facebook. They lost a lot of members moving from one place to the other, but they saw it as necessary to not have their communities dying. So that was huge, like, reference experiences for me to see my peers leaving and coming back. And I was like, okay, yeah, I never want to do that, because they all think that they have found the better alternative to Facebook groups, and now they eventually all come back. So I don't want to do that. And that was also a reason, or that was also what I always told members who wanted to move away and students who wanted to move away. I was just saying, I don't consider moving away, because I'm having witnessed those reference experiences, and I just want to stay here because I don't want to kill the engagement of my communities. The third and a key reason is that you can grow a free Facebook community using Facebook lead generation campaigns. So when I started my coaching business from scratch in spring of 2020, I used the strategic freebie Facebook lead generation campaigns to grow both my email list and the free Facebook community with the very same advertisement dollar, because I would redirect people from the thank you screen of the lead generation campaign to my free Facebook community, which I nurtured and showed up for. And by the end of the first month, I was at 1,000 members, and I pre-sold a beta of my one-to-one coaching program for 12 weeks for $9.97, and I got a total of 10 people in. So I had a $10,000 month in my first month revenue, right? Not profit, but still, for me, it was incredible in my first month as a new coach. So for me, that was a go-to tool that I have had personally great success with, and helped so many people to kickstart their online coaching business, that I was just convinced that this is the best way to build your community online. Now, how did my perspective eventually change from Facebook group being the best? Now that I have been serving in both memberships for a month, I'm actually shocked by how little reach our posts get in Facebook groups versus in Skool. It seems like when I post in Skool, almost all of our members are seeing the posts, right? Or significantly higher chunk. And I believe it's because members set their own notification preferences in Skool. And I believe that Skool does not restrict the notifications and what members see the way that Facebook does it. So here you can see in Facebook groups, it's actually really alarming if you think that we have 6,400 members who pay to be a part of the community. And then you see this lady posted 55 minutes ago. Her post was only seen by 13 people, although she has 5 comments. So people are clearly interested in what she has to post, but other members cannot help her because they don't see her posts. Then we have 65 people 2 hours ago. 1 day ago, 105 people out of 6,400, right? And then today I also was live, which is for our weekly live Q&A. And only 86 people saw the live Q&A that they're paying for. I mean, we're sending out emails, right, and reminders. So eventually people are, and we add it to the portal. So eventually people are able to see this. But it's frustrating to think that people are paying and they want to see it and they're not seeing this from the algorithm. Another example of this is that for our most loyal clients, our alumni members, when we started to sell our community on Skool, we had a bundle deal, right? And we made it available to our most loyal clients, our alumni members first, including a bonus of an offer theme development intensive mini coaching program. This was happening this week. My beautiful business partner, Jessa, created an exceptional training. We hosted it in a Facebook pop-up group. We invited over 300 of our alumni who signed up. They asked to join the group. We let them in. And even then, although the group was starting new from scratch and people requested to join, very few people actually saw the posts. So let me just quickly bring that up so you can see that that's true. So, we had this workshop and then very, very little reach of all of the things in here. And so even if we consolidate things in the guides, we're still not able to reach a ton of people. So let me just go to a video as an example. So it only reached like less than half the people, although they clearly wanted to see the things, right? So we're now consolidating everything in a portal as well, so our members can benefit from that. But it's a little bit frustrating here. 86 reach, 83 reach, and clearly the people are interested in that. And the absolute worst thing about this was I was looking at this on mobile, and then as the videos were playing, we also, for context, we also have a PLR membership. Let me just quickly get this up. That we're running ads for. And I was looking at the training on mobile, and then in between two of the training videos with Jessa, there was an ad coming from someone, another PLR provider, that clearly stole a couple of our products and was running ads with that. So we're now following up there. And those ads were showing in our alumni exclusive training community in between our training videos. So Facebook managed to show our most loyal clients not our own videos that they paid for and that we exclusively invited them for in this event, but they managed to squeeze in ads from our competitors in there with stolen products. And I was like, okay, this is really annoying me. So the reach on Skool is significantly higher than Facebook groups. And I really start to feel a little bit frustrated with this. Members are paying to see the content, and it seems like by the day we get less and less and less reach with our content on Facebook that our members clearly want to see, but Facebook decides to not show to them. Another side effect of that is that in our communities on Facebook, we have to offer 24-hour written support, which we don't do on Skool. So in our Skool communities, we have a community where it's members helping members. So when you post a question there, the other members will see your post and help you out, right? When you post a question in our Facebook group, because it has relatively low reach, some members will also help you out, but it's lower and the visibility is restricted to a point where we have to have a trained, qualified coach in our Facebook communities who provides written feedback within 24 hours on weekdays. So that's people that I've trained and that I pay frequently to catch members' questions. Something that I don't have to do in Skool because members see each other's posts, and Skool has this built-in feature, which is a leaderboard, where people actually are incentivized to contribute because at a certain level, another course and resources unlock, right? And we're going to add a lot more and reward the people that have been leaders in March, and as well the ones that are or have been leaders in February, as well as the ones that are now working their way towards leaders in March, right? But people have a really strong incentive here to help each other out, and they see each other's posts, which is why members helping members is feasible here. And with that, it is not only a significant cost reduction, it also takes off a lot of pressure, and it forms a much stronger community. Because one thing that you need to know about community building and about churn is that your community is more valuable and stickier the more connections members have, not only with you or with the community coach, but actually with each other. And because Skool is now members helping members, and members have a real incentive to connect with each other and help each other out, they start to form those really strong connections with each other. That overall reduces cost, takes off pressure, and makes our community stronger, more valuable, and stickier, right? So something that I absolutely deeply started to appreciate over the last month of serving, and where I see such a clear and distinct contrast between Skool and Facebook groups. So more reach, how members are incentivized to engage with each other, and the through that enhanced community building is a huge benefit. Much lower service cost as well. Now, when we talk about service cost, here's also something that I massively overlooked. So when people sign up to your Skool community, they sign up through Skool, right? And Skool has an integration with Stripe, and they send you the money to your bank account. And basically what's happening is that they handle it all for you. If a member's payment is late, or if they cancel, they can all do that within the app. And when their payment is expired and they have gotten what they paid for, they're automatically removed. With Facebook groups, that's not the case. You have to constantly chase for clients whose payments are overdue. You have to let people who are paying in and verify that they made a payment, and you have to remove people whose payment is significantly overdue and that canceled. And very often that can be a little bit of a challenging task, because you have to track everybody who comes in, but sometimes third-party automation tools like Group Collector don't work, and we actually don't know the name and the email of the person that's in. So our members try to track them down manually, and obviously with how much the team member costs per hour, and how much it saves us to track the member down, there are quite a few people in our Facebook communities that consume our coaching and our content without actually paying for it. And while we've fixed those systems, it is paying 3 people a part-time uh, salary to just manage those kind of things. And on Skool, it's all taken care of. Also, it is significantly easier for our whole accounting team to account for the payments that come through Skool. So there again, it's a massive reduction of cost and of overhead for our business. And I'm celebrating this so much right now, not because I want to reduce my team size, but I'm thinking, how much more could we help, and how many more meaningful things can we do with that time? So really a huge difference. And if you think about, yes, Skool costs $99 a month, but if you think about the overhead that you're creating, once your community grows to at least somewhat significant size, you immediately have earned that back. And that was something that I was so ignorant about in the beginning. I didn't even think of those things. But if you think about, in the last year, I paid $367,000 to just service my communities. And I think with Skool, that could have been a fraction of the cost, and the experience would have been better for members, and also better for us. So this is also a key element of Skool. So overall, Skool community is lower maintenance cost, it's higher reach, and it's a stronger community. And plus, your competitors' ads are not showing in between your teachings. And now I also want to show you another key point. Skool also comes with a discovery page. And if you have a really engaged community, you can rank up relatively high on that discovery page. So let me see, where are we right now? maybe we have fallen back from the first one. So we are on the second page of the discovery page right now on Skool. And still we managed, when the Skool games were finished, we had 2,000 people in our $8 tier. And after the games, although we have not been doing any promo, we have not run any ads to this, there was still in the last month a net growth of our Skool community of 218 members. I know that a lot of those members come from the Discovery page and come from the Skool Games community. But here's the thing why I believe, or the bonus thing why I believe a Skool community is potentially better than a Facebook community. Skool creates this overarching networking effect, and because they're now with Alex Ramosi and with the investment, they start to advertise the platform a lot more. It gets a lot of traction on YouTube. There are paid ads behind it, and the overall community grows. And there are more communities bringing more people who are willing to pay for paid communities. And if you know something about yourself, if you're in one paid community, you typically start to be open to the concept and you start to shop around a little bit as well. So it's a really great way to also be directly where your potential ideal clients are. And for us, getting over 200 new members in the door without having to pay advertisement for it is really, really huge. So bottom line, my recommendation is, if you're serious about building free or paid community online and somehow you can afford it, go with Skool. If you really can't afford it right now and you're really just starting out, kickstart everything with a free group, right? But then eventually launch into a paid Skool community as soon as you can afford it. I'm now at this huge challenge of having to transfer my groups over somehow, or I don't even know, because there's so much value in those Facebook communities right now, right? And there's so many systems built up, and now, of course, also members are more hesitant and resistant to change. I'm not sure how I can even move over, or if I have to let things run parallel. I wish I could move over, but of course, the longer you build on Facebook, the higher the friction to move over. So if you really can't build on Facebook, but as soon as you can, I would say move over to Skool. The advantages are huge, from how you can build community to the maintenance cost and the opportunity to reach a completely new segment of people that you potentially could not reach with your organic content or with ads. I hope this was insightful for you. I also brought you finally a tool that will allow you to assess for yourself what you value most and what will have the most impact on your business. I filled this with example data. So here you see the criteria. You would want to adjust what's important to you. And then you see the insight from Skool and the insight from Facebook groups that you can now hopefully process a little bit after watching my video. And then you ultimately get a weighted score and can make a decision for what is the better community for you. So I hope that this is helpful for you. I hope this tool will allow you to make a sophisticated decision. And thanks for checking the video out. I see you in the next one.